welcome to another amazing day at fmtraining.tv. My name is Margaret. I'll be your broadcast engineer for today. Hello. I am here with the wonderful Nick Hunter, who is one of the best, if not the best, UI UX designer for FileMaker, and also, frankly, does a lot of other really amazing stuff that he is here to show us on these days, which we greatly appreciate. So thank you, Nick, for coming and do that. Now that's been said, let's talk about the schedule, which happens to have a lot of Nick on it, wouldn't you know? So for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday this week, we are doing, we're finishing up the advanced search mini series today, and then we're going to be starting the 6-day series on relationships with Nick, which is basically all you need to know about relationships. And Nick covers a ton of topics for this. It'll be really quite cool. We got different topics every day about. I know the relationships can be like a really tricky aspect for a lot of people in FileMaker, especially if you're new to FileMaker, even if you're an intermediate or advanced developer. Sometimes relationships can do funky things. It's a very interesting part of FileMaker. It tends to be probably people where a lot of people get, have issues. So that Nick is happily covering all that with us today, which is great. Monday will be an open Q&A for MBS. So if you have stuff that you would like to ask Christian Schmitz, please you can even let me know throughout the week, and I'll collect like a list. So if you got any like random, like, oh, can Monkey Bread do this? Or can I do this in Monkey Bread? Please let me know, or save them up for that day and ask that to Christian. There's a lot to be said there, so if you need to have questions that need to be answered, please do that. And then we're going to be doing Tuesday, will be relationships as well. So for next week specifically, I'm just going to start off saying now, even though you can't see it, we're going to be doing we're going to be doing Monday through Thursday, which will be the 23rd, and then nothing's happening on Friday. And from the Friday to, let me see, basically the 2nd of January, we will be off. So we're going to be having all of Christmas in the week following, and also New Year's and the day after off, so people can recover. And then we'll be resuming live streams. So like basically the last week and some extra change of December, there will be no live streams. So with that being said, Nick, what are we doing today?
Today we do the last day of the search using find mode in FileMaker, right? So the search is kind of a cool thing, but today I'm going to, the last 2 days I covered, how you do like a search mode, and then you can use it in another window, and then you can have a kind of a dedicated layout for the find mode, and then you can use that layout but transfer everything to another layout where you have the browse mode, right? So you have a window with the find mode, and then you transfer to the window with the find mode, right? So so that we cover that tricks. And today we're going to do something. I'm going to show you how we can prevent people to find records. Okay. So to find records, but to prevent them to display records that you don't want. Like doing like a constraint. So you want to constrain the found set, with what you don't want to show, right? And that always be a tricky thing to do, because when you search and you want to exclude some things, sometimes it's very complicated to do, especially when you are in find mode, because you are in find mode. So you expose what you want, so they find what they want, but then you want to, immediately after that, when you do the find, you want to constrain, right? And that is something complicated to do, because it's not easy to have this stuff, and you cannot make it customizable very easily, because it's within the script, right? And so today we're going to cover this. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen. So we were there. So we were here. We were doing some search here. So I put some example here, right? So we have some countries and stuff like that, right? So let's say I want to find something here. I want to find in the bill, I want to find Spain, for example. Okay, so I have Spain. Okay, so you search something, right? So you search inside. So, and you can say, I want, because I saw it. So you can say, I want in billing, I want Spain, and you can new request, and you say, I want India because I saw it. Perform fine. Boom. So you have Spain and India. Okay, Spain, India, Spain. Okay. So this is what we learned the last 2 days to build this and have the thing, put your criteria. And again, we are in FileMaker, so you can omit, right? You can, what's the name? You can include. You have all the operators. You have the multiple requests. So the save finds. So we are in a true find mode, not a replica or something like this, right? So it's not a hack, like I said. Okay, this is real stuff. Okay, but now I want to constrain this. So I want to search something and not being scared to expose things to people. Okay, so how we do that? So we use for this technique to work, we use a relationship. So let me explain. When I say I want Spain, right here, when I say I want Spain, I perform the find regular. I take the IDs of the accounts, right? So I take the IDs of the account I found. So if I go there, that the account I found, okay, I have 5, right? Then I close the window. I set a global field, right? And I use a go to red record here, right? Boom. And I have so that's something I'm going to cover in the next webinar, but I can start a little bit. We can, with FileMaker, put in a field, in a global field here, right? We can put things. So here is the 5 IDs I want, right, to display. And the go to red record will try to find those via a relationship, through the relationship, and then only show the one I want. For example, if I go to my scripts, where's the script? I don't remember. If I go to my script here, 620B. Okay. So if I go to the script 620B, and I take this, go to a record, right? And I'm going to build a new script like this. And I paste this. So here I have 5. If I say show all here, and I use that script and perform the go to red record here, it goes and it shows 5. Let's say I'm going to remove 2 of those. If I go to red record here, I'm showing only 3. Okay, so that means, and that the 3, the 24, 59, and 60, 24, 59, and 60, right? So that is because I'm using a relationship. But thanks to that fact, okay, I'm going now to do something I want to expand this. I want to extend this function. For example, I want to exclude, in my search, I want to only show people in Spain. So I don't know if I have enough. Which country I have a large set? Do I have Spain? I have which country I will have, because I have a 200 thing here. What country? Belgium, Singapore, and Canada. Maybe I have more in Canada. because I'm using a website to generate this. Oh, okay, I have a little bit more. So let's say I want to search only showing people in Canada. I don't want the people to be able to search something that is not in Canada. So let's do that. First, I need a field, a global field, that I'm going to do. I'm going to call it constraint. Constraint found set. And that's a link. Okay. And of course, it's a global field. Okay. So I have this now, constraint, right? This field, I'm going to put that in the layout and I'm going to show you. So I have this and I have this, the two. So here, let's put that blank background, a white background. Okay, so I have two fields now, right? One field and another one. In that field here, I'm going to put Canada because I want to constrain the find to Canada. So how I'm doing this? Now, I'm going to use the relationship I'm using to transfer the found set, right? So this relationship is whatever IDs I put in that global field related to their ID accounts. But now I'm going to do a constraint, right? And I'm going to say with the billing country, billing country, whatever this, right, is whatever country I'm going to put here to be constrained to be related to that billing country, right? So now let's say I have those IDs here, but this is Canada. So let's say I have all. I'm going to say show all, okay? Right? So let's do the thing. So now I'm going to search something. So I'm showing the 201 record here. And I'm going to search something. Let me see if I have something show that I have something. I don't know. Let me find something here, Canada. Let me. I'm going to find something. Let's do something. Let's do a new record, and I'm going to call that Nick. Nick. Okay, and that is in Canada. Okay, we call Nick Hunter, and I have another account, Nick Hunter, but is in Colombia. If I can. Okay. Now, I said I want to constrain only to the people in Canada. So I go to advanced and I say I want Nick Hunter. Boom. He find only one. He showed me only one of the two. I have two Nick Hunter. If I go there, I say Nick Hunter, I have two. I have one in Canada and one in Colombia. Right? So if I go another one and I say Nick whatever, okay, and I put that guy also in Canada, right? And if I go to advanced and I say I want Nick, so just Nick, okay? I perform find, he found two. Nick Hunter because in Canada and Nick whatever because in Canada, right? So now what happened, so you understand what's going on here. So I'm going to explain what's going on. When I go there and I said Nick, here, right? when I say perform find, I go there and I said, find them. So he found the three. He found those three, right? And then I close the window. I set those three here, and I say go to red record. Yes, but in the go to red record here, in that record, he said, that's fine. You have three here, but also I have another predicate that says Canada. So the relationship now is going to say, okay, show me all of those, but I have Canada also as a condition here. So here he shows me only two of the three, because one of the three, right, is not in Canada, so it's not showing it. So if I put here, let me do this. If I go there and I say Colombia, right, and I do again, and I say I want Nick, I will have all the Nick, all of them. I will have the one in Canada and one in Colombia. If I remove Canada, so you can put multiple criteria here, right? So if you say you're in Colombia, so I'm putting only Colombia, I'm going to do another search here, right? Nick, perform fine, boom. I have only the one Colombia, right? So that it's how you can add things. You can prevent the people to see something that they don't need to see. For example, here, let's say whatever I want to search, right? Let's say I'm in India, right? And I want to search whatever in India. So I want to search all the company. I'm searching company. I don't put India, but I put India in my condition. So now it's going to search things only in India. So I don't know if I have anything in, yeah, this menu is not, so I want this, for example, I'm going to copy this. I'm going to search for human resource, okay? So I'm going there, I'm going to search human resource, and boom, I have only he found all of those. He found all of those, but only one is in India, right? You understand? So I don't know if I have another one in France, for example. So if I put India in France and I do the same search, okay, you only one. But anyway, you can add your countries here, right? You can add your country, right? And maybe I have in Canada somewhere. I should have prepared better those. Oh, no, okay, whatever. So if I do the nick again, okay, boom, I have the two of the Canada. So you can change this. So now, do we have any questions?
Yes, we do. GTR is fast. Is it necessary to get the list of IDs? Question mark.
Yeah, because that's what I want to do. I don't understand. So if I don't have this, this is a result of the find. Okay, this is a result of the find. Okay, I'm perform, and I'm finding it. That's what I have. Three of them. I found three. Okay, but now I close that window, and what do I do? Okay, I found them. Okay, cool. Bye. Going home. But where are they? You know, where are they? Because so I'm setting the field, and then I'm saying go to red record to transfer the foundset. This is the method. So if you show all here, okay, we blank this. Okay, I'm going there, and I want to find Nick. Okay, so perform find. Okay, he found three. But I'm in that window and I want to see them here in that window, right? So close the window. I got the IDs. I'm setting the ID. And now with those two here, this relationship will show me the related record based on those and this, boom. I have only two. So yeah, this is necessary. Otherwise, I don't know how it can work. Otherwise, it will show you all the people in Canada, and actually show you nothing because you need to have something here. So, so this is the transfer of foundset. You find something in one window, you close the window, and you transfer the foundset, using a global field with IDs, and then those IDs will look for the related ID on the same table, and the go to the record we do it. Otherwise, we fix nothing. That means I explained the goal of this technique. Why we do this? Why we have this window? Is because we cannot. Okay, if you go to find mode here, okay, you have plenty of things in the middle. You can't find anything. It's not comfortable because it's not organized well and stuff like that. So instead, you have this. It's well organized. You're still in find mode, in real find mode, right? And then you can find whatever you want, but you transfer the font set on the other window, right? And thanks to the technique here, we can constrain something. So for example, let's say and you can combine multiple. For example, let's say now I have another kind of field here. So here, this is for the transfer of font set. This is for the constraint font set. And this is for the constraint font set 2, another one, So you have an additional, okay? So I have two fields here now. And I'm going to put here in my relationship, I'm going to add this, right? And I'm going to say this one, I want to relay this to the status, right? So now we have two fields here, right? And then this one, I'm going to say active. So let's create some example here. So I have a Nick Hunter, I have a Marge, that I have a Nick, I don't know, Wilson, right? Also in Canada, but is inactive. Okay. I have another Nick, I don't know, Nick Kane. I'm the brother of Scott Kane. So I'm going there. I'm going to put myself in Canada. Okay. And also inactive. So now I want to search Nick. So here, normally, it should find me like many of them. I should have, I don't know why I put that. Oh, because I'm in the, yeah. Okay. So let's ignore that guy. So I have this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. It should find me all of those. Okay. If I go there, it should find me all. So I said Nick, okay, because they are in Canada and everything. I perform and boom. It find me only two. It show me only two. The two that are in Canada and active, right? So what happened now, if I do, if I put one of those active, this one, Nick Kane, okay? I go find, advance, say Nick, perform find, and boom, I have it because it's active. So if I change this, oh, I want to constrain to only the inactive, inactive. It will do exactly the opposite. So now it do this and boom, if I'm the only one in Canada inactive. Even though here, I didn't say I want the active, inactive. I didn't say anything. It's just that sometimes you want to constrain the find, right? Let's say you want one country only because they are located in one country, and you don't want you don't want them to be able to find anything outside of the country, or you want only the status active, for example, and you can combine them, right? So now I want to show you something cool, right? So do we have any question on this?
We have questions, yes. So the next one is one country is null, then replace with one. The global to find all in that criteria.
Yeah, so that the next stuff. So now I want to be able to say I don't want any constraint on Canada, for example. I want all of them. I don't want any constraint here. So what you need to do is this. Okay. You need to have, okay, what I call, like this one, a link like this, country. It's a link country, but this is a go to relate record. So we are going to use that, right? We are going to use that as a link, okay, for the go to relate record. And this is for country. So what are we doing here? We do a list. We want the billing country. Billing country, where is it? Billing country. And one. We want the two. We want the billing country and one, okay? Right? So, and we want also that this field that we use for that as a parent, this is a foreign key, okay? This is a foreign key, and this is a primary key. For the primary key, we want to make sure that, okay, if is empty self, we want to make sure that's one. Otherwise, keep whatever in the field. So this is what we say. We say if the field is empty, put one. If not, put whatever I put there. Okay. And in my relationship, I'm not going to use this billing country. I'm going to use this field in my relationship. So from there to there, because this is what I'm going to use to have the one technique that we call that one technique. So let's put the billing country here. Oh, I can do that. I don't need. Let's reinitiate the, because this field, this field is an auto entry calculation. Okay, this one. Now, so to get this, it's an auto entry calculation. So we need now to replace whatever in the country by itself. Okay. And that will trigger the auto entry calculation. Boom. So now, if I go to see what's inside this, I have, where it is? Why I have only one? Did I meet? Oh, yeah. Sorry, my fault. So now I have this. On all the record, I have Canada and one. Or I have whatever in the country. If I go there, in that field, here, the GTRR, I have the country and one. So now, if I blank this, remember I said, if it's blank, put one. This is what this calculation is doing. This is what this calculation is doing. If itself is blank, put one. Okay. So now, if I search for Nick, let's put the active one. If I search for Nick, I have much more. I have whatever country, Colombia, Canada, what? I have all the country because I said, don't care about this. So he said one, right? So I have the billing country here. Let's show the billing country, this one. So now he said, okay, I have one here, one here, one here. So he will find it, whatever. He will find all of them. So he wants, you won't get a constraint based on that field because you said I want 1, right? But if I said Canada again, and if I say again the same search, boom, I have only the Canada. I don't have the Colombia anymore, right? It's gone because I said Canada. If I remove this, I put 1 and I do it again, and I say I want Nick, boom. I have the one in Colombia. This one, okay? So now you can do the same with the other, so we can copy this calculation and we do the same with we do the same with the status. So you duplicate this, you say this is for status, right? And this here, you said, I want the status N1, oops, right? And also you change this in your relationship. So I'm going to put that in the relationship. I'm going to use the link status instead, okay? So now, if I remove, so we need to reinitiate the status. So to do that, I need to go there, put the status here, show all the record, and replace the status by itself. So then that will trigger, doing that, saying that you want to replace a field, a content of a field, by itself, by the field itself, not replaced by this. No, replaced by the calculated result based on the fields. Okay. Doing that, you replace by itself, right? Boom. But doing this, what it's doing is triggering the auto entry calculation. So now I have active 1, So let's put some here. Let's change some status here. Let's change some status, Okay, that's enough. Okay. So let's say I want to find, let's put something here. Let's put here. No, let's go like this. So, okay. So I said I don't care about the constraint on status. I don't care about the constraint on countries. Just find everything. That is finding all. Okay. So if I found all, perform, I found all of them. Okay. Because I don't have any constraint on whatever. So if I found A, for example, or A, so he found 56 with A. Okay. So let's change some. Okay. 56 with A. Now I said yes, but I want only the active one. So I'm going to constrain this. I said I want only find with active, right? So you click here, you say A, boom. I have only the active one. Right? So if I want the inactive, I put A, boom. Only the inactives, right? So I found everything, but now you can do something good, something interesting. I want to reverse that, I want to reverse that. I want the system to ignore to ignore the status I'm putting there. So here, I want this to now, if I go to search A, and perform find, and boom, it's showing me everything that is not active. Because the relationship change, I can do that too. I can say, yeah, I want all of those, right? I want the whatever the country or all, but also I want you to ignore whatever I put there. Okay? You understand? So ignore everything I found here, right? So you can do that if you want, right? You can do ignore, ignore, what I don't want, right? So you can add or ignore, right? So do you have any question?
Yes. This works if you know that the constraint will always only be on certain fields. How do you make a constraint on one or more fields as defined by the user?
No, okay. Um, okay. First of all, you can put that, in the, in a parameter or whatever. You can say here, if you want to constrain this, okay, so you can do, if I said, um, I want to constrain that on whatever. Do I have a billing? I don't know if I have billing cities or billing country here. No, I don't have. But can you repeat the question, because I think I didn't get it really. Can you repeat the
Yes.
question?
This works if you know that the constraint will only be on certain fields. How would you make a constraint on one or more fields as defined by the user?
No, no. It's not on the find field. I don't find on those fields. I don't even have the status field here. This technique here is, for example, I don't want the people to find accounting. I don't want the people to find the I don't want them to find accounting, for example, the type accounting, or country. I don't No, the country is a great example. I don't want the people to find anything in Vietnam. Okay, I don't want, because they're not. I want them to find. I want them to find only people in Vietnam. That's it. If whatever they do, they can find whatever they do. They will find people in Vietnam only. Whatever they find. So normally it's a constraint. How do I explain this? Is to constrain to something you don't want the people to find. It's not a replacement of doing omit. No, it's not a replacement of anything. Is many times my customer, they ask me, oh, I don't want my staff to see the accounting, the contract, the work contract of their colleagues, for example, right? They can see only the people on those, or you want them to search only on the country they are on, for example. So whatever they search, whatever they search, you are sure that with this technique here, they can search whatever they want, they can put whatever they want, but never ever never they will see the country that you don't want. Okay, that's why we do that technique. It's not to replace or omit, or no, it's not. It's not something you want to edit. It's something you say, okay, let's say I'm in Canada, right? And you say, okay, this user is in Canada. He can't find customer only in Canada, period, right? So that's something, and then you can use that throughout the solution, and whatever they will find only in Canada, only, right? So that's the reason of that technique. Is not to make something like a trick to replace. No. It's just to make sure that user find with all the operators and all the requests you want, and use a regular find, but you're sure that you will never find something outside of Canada. It's not possible. You put A, you find perform find. This is the only name with A in Canada that is active, right? This is that reason, is not to replace a find, is to make sure that the find will never ever find something like this, right? I hope you understand, because it's the best technique to do this, okay? Because especially when you say, oh, if I don't want any constraint, how you do this? If you do something like this, okay, perform find, okay, and then constraint, found set. And you say you want to constrain the found set. First of all, you need to, you want to constrain this, the billing country with Canada. Okay, cool. So, and you want to constrain this. You want to constrain this with the status active. Okay. So you have two constraints. Okay. So how you can make it modular like this, right? Because it's hard coded, right? So yeah, Canada. So you can have a variable, but you cannot if you say nothing here, right? So you can have a variable, but it's not as, you're not in the what's the name? As comfortable, like doing what I'm doing here with the relationship. Anyway, you have the relationship for the transfer of found set. To use that technique of the transfer of found set, it's not something to yes. Earlier somebody said, "Oh, it's faster." No, it's not that it's faster. That's not the goal. The goal is not to get it faster. The goal is to get it to find something in one window with a nice real estate, right? And then transfer that found set to another window. That's the goal. Okay. To do that, we need to use a relationship. Since we have a relationship, why we don't extend that relationship to do something else, to do something more? Okay. So that was the goal. That was the idea. That means since I have the relationship, I can do this, right? So you can expand it, to do something more than just transferring the found set, right? That was the goal, right? So, but that is slow. That's slow. You have 1, 2, 3, right? And in this technique here, it's faster because, yeah, it's faster because I do perform find and that's it. Because this will never be slow. Because it's go to red record on itself, right? So it's impossible to be slow. It's impossible. This is a global field, and I'm going there, and I'm doing go to red record to the same table. So it's very fast. So do we have any question?
I think Stu, I believe that question was answered. Yeah, he just
Okay.
no, you answered his question, so I think you're good. So
okay. So if we don't have any questions, I think so. Here we use the same technique again, right? So this technique here where we have one to be empty, right? When you want to ignore a criteria, you use that technique here, right? And here we have all the IDs, and then we don't care if the foundset finds if the perform find finds more. These two will constrain automatically. Even if I can copy all of the IDs of my 200 people, right? I can do that since we have some time. Let's say I show all, right? And I copy the 200 people, so the list of. So I'm copying the 200 IDs. This is all the people, all the 200 record I have, okay? So I'm pasting this here. So I have all of them, and I'm putting Canada here, right? And I say here, go to a record, boom. I have only the Canada people. Even though I put all of them, because the beauty of the relationship is that yes, I'm looking to of those ID here, but this one says Canada. So whatever it will automatically show only the record that match both. Then they must match both, and only those are matching those. They're both. Only those. And if I say I want the inactive, for example, and I do it again, boom, I have only the one. Out of these 200, I have only two that match Canada and inactive inside that list. That's the beauty of the relationship. And but next tomorrow we start the webinars about the relationship, right? So all of this will be explained, because I know what people doesn't understand is like, oh, we can have multiple values here and multiple values here. Yeah, you can. Of course you can. I can say I want Canada and India. Okay, here. So out of those, boom, let's put one here. Boom, this is Canada and India. Canada. Oh, India here. One, India. Bam, 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 India. And if I put Canada and, I don't know, Belgium. Okay. So you can have multiple and say, okay, boom, right? Instead of Belgium and stuff like that. So out of those 200, I have only 28 that match Canada, India, and Belgium. So what we're going to learn tomorrow and the next week and the other week, what we're going to learn is that this is adding. We add stuff. I'm adding Canada and India and Belgium, right? That means it's additional. That will add to the buckets. But when you have when you have multiple predicates, that will constrain. It needs to match this, and it needs to match this, and it needs to match this. And they need to match the three. This you add to the bucket is an addition. I want the Canada, and I want the India, and I want the Belgium. You add, I want this and this and this. Though when you have multi-predicate like this, okay, when you have multiple predicates, you say I want that they must match this and this and this all together. If they don't match, don't show me. Okay, that's the proper of the relationship. But here you can add stuff. This is adding thinking. Okay, this is an additional boom 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 boom, and this is restriction. It's a restriction. It needs to match the free. This it's adding the free to the buckets, right? So this is why the relationship is so complicated. But when you master it, you understand that you forget about those constraints and all the you don't need, because the relationship is doing that for you.
Yes, we have questions, by the way.
Okay, go ahead.
Same. Same can be done using a new request.
Yes, but okay. Let's say you have a file, okay, and you want a user in your network. Let's say you have 200 people, and you want a user is in London, another guy is in Paris, and another guy is in San Francisco. Okay. You have a database with accounts. You don't want the people in Canada, in France, to find anybody out of France. You don't want the guy in London to find anybody outside of England, and you don't want anybody in San Francisco to find anybody outside of California. Okay. So, you don't want the guy to have a chance to go there. So yes, you can say omit. Of course, you can say, yeah, I want A and new request, and you go to the billing and you say country and you say Canada, and you say omit. Yeah, but you don't want to do that. You want to search, and whatever you do, you will never get out of Canada. It's constrained, it's hard coded, it's impossible to get out of this. This is it's that the reason of this demonstration. It's not that a replacement of the omit. No, because yeah, of course you can do that, but you're going to ask the people, say, okay, you're going to ask your employee, we don't want you to find anything outside of California. So each time you do a search, you need to go to omit and omit California. Of course they won't do that. No, let them find what they want, and you constrain. Or you don't want them to find anything that is in that disregard, for example. You say, okay, disregard we don't want, disregard, you want to make sure that they will never find anything that is disregard. Okay, never. Okay, so yeah, you can do of course you can do constraint and extend and perform. Of course you can do that, but I wanted to demonstrate you an alternate version of this, because we want to do the advanced search using find mode in another window, right? And the benefit of this is you can search, and whatever they search, they will never find something you said you don't want. And that can be something you can customize based on the user, based on the location you are, based on, for example, I have an example, but I cannot show you. I don't have the right. It's a place where you have accounts, you have contacts, and in the contacts you have the employees. Okay, you have the employee of the company, and in their employee record, you have the work contract, the condition of work, the incomes, right? And you have all the medical kind of the medical status. Do you want all your employee to be able to see other employee medical records and paycheck? Do you want that? No. So they ask me, whatever we search in our contacts, an employee cannot find another employee record. ever, impossible. Okay, so this is how you do. You say, okay, I have a type of contact that is employee, and you say, and I say something like, when it's an employee that is logged in, he cannot find those. But the boss of the company, the HR of the company, and the accounting department of the company can. So how you do this based on the logged in user, how you do the perform find like this. So you have a perform find for accounting, a perform find for this, or a perform find for that, and you have a bunch of if. No, you have something here. You say, okay, you populate those global fields, okay, and you say, okay, I am an employee. Okay, that means you cannot look for this. So you do that at the startup. It's done. It's done forever, and you don't need to have all the perform find for employee, perform find for not employee, the perform find for the accounting, the perform. That's what I want to demonstrate here, right? Because you change the say, okay, I cannot employee, I cannot see. Okay, that's it. You cannot see this. You say, okay, employee, you don't want, right? You cannot find them. Or you can, whatever, you can constrain something like this, Or for example, or another customer may say to me, okay, I don't want my employee to see other than their own work. Their own work. They can see only their own records. Okay, how you do that? So it's easy. You say, okay, you have the user, the created by, name, and you say, okay, that the only name I can see is mine. And the advantage, it's that with this is breakable. This can break, but this, it's impossible to break. Impossible. This I can break it. I can, but this is not possible. And you never, because with this, you can see records and then you see them disappear, right? With this, you will never see the record because you go away immediately and you don't stay here. You never, ever be on browse mode in that window. So that's something you didn't see, but here, I'm in find mode. This is fine. I'm in find mode, right? If I perform the find mode and I close the window. So it's gone. It's over. Whatever record I found, I don't see them. And then I go there and I show the one I want, right? So it's yeah. So do we have any other question there?
Does this only work with find? How about show all records? Did you get that one?
No.
Okay. So the question
So
is, does this only work with find? How about show all records?
Of course, you can do that with the show all record as well, right? So the show all record, to me, the best show all record is this. You have here I have the account ID or ID account. Okay, I have the ID account. I'm using the same technique here, duplicate, and I say ID account. Okay. So here I'm going to say I want the ID account here. ID accounts. Okay, so okay. And I'm saying in my relationship, this to me it's the best show all, because you can do that. Otherwise, with show all you cannot. It's not that that easy to do. So let's go there and make sure that we have the ID accounts. So let's reset the ID account here. Specify ID account. Okay. Okay. So now I'm going to show here this one. So now this one is related to this one, this one to this one, and this one to this one. Okay. Okay. So let's say I'm blanking all of them. Oh, of course, we need to do this. The transfer of foundset. So I need to go there, copy this calculation and put there to make sure that I will get one when it's blanked. Okay. Okay. And if I perform this go to red record, boom, I have 206 record. Add all of them. But if I say yes, but I want USA and Canada only, show all without USA and Canada. Boom. With USA and Canada only, I have only 12 records. Right. If I'm adding, I don't know, India, for example, okay, you have a show all, but only this. Or you say, okay, I want to show all, but I want only the inactive, right? So and then you have a show all, only inactive. Or you can say, okay, I want all of them, but only with the inactive. Boom. You have a show all, only inactive, or active. Boom. That show all active. But you don't use the show all button. The show all button is show all button. But you can say show all as well. If you blank everything, show all. Right? But this is cool. And what I want to demonstrate is that you can combine this with a search. So you have search and the show all as well. Right? So you can have a new show all button. So the show all will be like this. Okay. So let's make this show all. Okay. This is a new show all. So you say set fields. Set field. And you say this one. This one. No, not this one. Sorry. The foundset, the transfer of foundset. Where? Where is it? The status. Oh, no. I renamed the wrong line, I think. So I want to blank this. So you blank this. Okay. And you blank this. Okay. And you blank this. But this one, I think I rename it wrongly. So, and you said this. So this is a new show all. This is a show all. So let's say I found something. I want Nick, for example. So I found Nick and I want to do a show all. Boom. This is show all. But so and you can go, since we have a menu, we have a new default menu. We can go there, custom menu. The show all will be in record, right? And we change the show all and we say action. The script we want is show all scripts. So now I can use FileMaker normally. Find is open this. I say A, perform find. So I can see I'm using FileMaker button, okay? I click here, I have the find. And I can say perform find. In find mode, it will do my perform find, okay? And now I'm clicking show all. It's doing my show all. Click, click, click. And you can even go in the menu. Find mode, A, perform find, record, show all, even the command J, everything will work. So you have a new show all based on this, right? So that's what I want to show this. You can completely control your find mode stuff, right? Thanks to the custom menu and thanks to this technique here, right? So now you have a very advanced find mode, and my script is this. That's it. That's my script. No perform find, omit, and this will cover everything you can have as a customization. Oh, I don't want to see the employee record. I don't want to see the record that is a hot record. I don't know. I don't want to see the people to find outside the country. I don't want to find anything that is not active. Whatever, whatever. You can put this technique here will fit everything you want to do without to have a completely crazy, out of control script here, just using one freaking relationship. Okay, so that's the beauty, right? And you get this nice looking dialog here, window where you can organize your fields, looking good. It's a nice, very nice and very simple way to do that. Especially this is and what I'm doing, perform find, set a variable, close, set a field, and go to a record. Something that after 3 months of FileMaker, you should know how to do that. Okay, so if we have no question, we good to land the boat.
We have another question. Off topic, without setting up a custom menu, what would a script look like to run a script with a shortcut? For example, Alt-Control-N will run a script. Ignore the cat meow if you heard that.
Yeah, we can do that, but with the command, no. So the command key cannot be hijacked. So let's, yeah, it's out of topic, but we can do it. So let's say I'm going there. I'm going to apply here. I'm going to put on keyboard keystroke. Oh, I have one. Yeah, to open the hamburger menu. So, okay. Oh, I have one. So what? I don't remember what it is. Accounts. I don't remember the shortcut. Oh, yeah. You have everything under FMSP 22, my version. So when you go to preference here, you have the navigation and you say, okay, you have, the 161. This is the code, the ASCII code. So what is this? I don't remember. So you said code and 161. No. How we can decode this? 161. I don't remember. I'm sorry. It's been so long since I did this. I think it's control 1. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So here, let's do this. Yeah, it's very off topic, but it's interesting. So I struck the key, the Y, the exclamation point reversed, which is the 1 key, is the 1 in the keyboard. Okay, the keyboard is this. Okay, with the control, and the modify key is 8, which is the alt, because the modify key. So if you want to know, I did here in that script here, you can see whatever you struck. So for example, if I say Alt Y, is 165, the code, right? So if you say Shift Q is 81 and the modifier key is 1, Control Q or Control A, Control is the modifier key 4 and 23. So if you want to trigger something, this is how it works. You defined a key. So let's delete this. You define a key, okay, and you get the code of the key. So, the trigger keystroke, this is the keystroke you put here, right? The code of the trigger of the keystroke, right? But that will include the modifier key, okay? But that we need to have a full day on this, because a full session, because this is how you do, okay? So you use the code, you use the code. So if you do, like, for example, you want to know the code of a key, for example, you say code and you say alt this, okay? Or code, you have the code of all the A, the code for A, right? The code for this 161, see? For that key. That's what I'm using to activate this. So when I get the 161, the code 161, it opened this. And the escape key, we do the same. When here you say, okay, I want to escape, I want to use escape to close this. You have on keystroke, you say, okay, if the keystroke is 30, where's the escape key? Here. When the keystroke is 27, you do this. But then you can have multiple keystrokes. Like, for example, you can do this. Up and down, up and down, up and down. And then space bar, boom, your invoice. Alt 1, contact, space bar, you're in contact. Alt 1, bum, 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 products, bum. All of this is in my FMSP 22, my version. That the boss said doesn't like it. Yep. Hello?
Yep, nope, you're good. Sorry, I am busy being smothered by a cat as it's sitting on my keyboard.
Yeah, so I hope everybody understood that the goal here wasn't to replace anything. It was to expand something that we already have doing this, right? And you can see that you can do crazy things, even the show all. Even the show all.
Which is awesome. Now we had quite a few questions today, so.
Yeah, okay. Go ahead.
I think there's just, I don't think we saw Lynn's. What happens if you use the cancel find button at the top of the search window? I believe that's our last question.
Oh, yeah, okay. So we can do, yeah, if you say cancel this, yeah, you stay here in find mode. Yeah, you're right. You're right. But that's easy, because normally I always have a closed window. Yeah, I have a closed window, right? So you go to the custom menus and you say, okay, you go to the request, right? And you say cancel. Where's the cancel? When you're in find mode, where's the cancel in the menu? I thought it was there. View. Yeah, I don't know where is it. Cancel. Huh. Cancel find. Where is it? Can you find it? Can you see it? Oh, go to request show where. Yeah, I don't know where it is. The cancel find. I can't see it. I cannot see it. So yeah. So we need to find a way to do that. We need to remove that, but I don't know where is it. Good. I need to hold on. Let me see something. Let me see something. Let me see something. If I go to the custom menu, requests, creates, um, do we have a cancel file here? No. Create words, new exports. No, we don't. Huh. I will find a way. I don't know what is returning. That's a good thing. If I do this, it does nothing, right? We can do something. Yeah. Okay. I just find a way because I think. Who asked that question?
Lynn.
Okay, so you want to trick me, right? That's what because you knew we couldn't, you know. Okay, because you knew, right?
Yes, trick
But oh, he wanted. That's what you want. He confirmed.
you. He said yes.
Okay, so you know what? You okay? I'm going to give you. You know what? Because I found a way. Okay, to cancel fine. Okay, so uh, I'm going to my find here on mod exits. Boom. Advanced, cancel find. Ha! Ah! I'm so good.
There we go. That's a
So
great
you
way
wa-
to end.
so you want he wants to trick me, but it's not easy to trick me. No, actually, what I've done is that I said I'm in find mode. So cancel find actually is nothing else than say browse mode. And I'm pretty sure, look at this. I'm pretty sure that if I'm going to the view menu and I'm deinstalling this guy, I'm pretty sure that I can. I'm so good. No, cancel everything. The trick I've done. Look, yeah, yeah. I love this kind of question because no, this one I need. The mod exit. Look, in the menu, I remove because actually the cancel find is grayed out because you cannot go to browse mode anymore. Actually, we should remove all those modes from the menu, by the way, because you cannot go, you know. So browse mode, preview mode, put 0, layout mode, put 0, go to layout. We should remove all those things, right? Form view, list view, although actually the view menu should go away. That's it, you know. Just the view menu, I'm going there here and I'm going to the view menu, it should go away completely, totally. So remove it. So I can say, I remove the find mode and that's it. So the view menu is go away. So if I go there, view menu, I don't have view menu and cancel, and I cannot cancel, right? I can perform, I can do this, but I cannot go to any, stuff. So it's right. So just in the menu, you remove the browse mode from there, and you cannot use the cancel find. Because cancel find was a nice button to say browse mode. So if you remove the browse mode, you cannot cancel the find. Ha! I learned something after 35 years. But it's hard to trick me. Okay, it's hard. I knew it was a trick. You say, he knew we cannot do it, but now not only you didn't trick me, but now you know how to do the cancel mode, to remove the cancel file from the menu. Ha! What about this?
I declare
And that
winner.
and that
Okay, you win from Lynn.
okay. And not only that, but without any preparation, because I wasn't prepared for that. So, but no, it's cool. No, look, FileMaker is just a good common sense. Sometimes, it's when I saw it behaving, I immediately understood that was a browse mode, kind of a switch to browse mode. Nice button. It's a rebrand of browse mode. That's it. Okay, so do we have another question? Yes, no?
Nope, we are good.
Okay, so I imagine people want this file here.
Yes, but you gave it to me and I shared it already.
Yeah, but I did some modification. So
okay, give me an improved one and I'll update it.
Yeah. I'm going to put that the version 2, right? The V2.
Yeah, got it. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I'm going to leave that in the middle. Doesn't look good, but then you can understand what.
Yep. Thank you very much, Nick. We appreciate it, and I'm going to run the credits.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.
Got a report of an individual up here who may be a FileMaker license. Well, it's potentially expired. Look at the back of that car right there. Looks like the FileMaker license has expired. Sir, I need you to step out of the vehicle. Sir, step out of the vehicle. Sir!